What about now? What about now? What about now? What about night on that? How are you doing on a YouTube channel? If you're there, if you're on YouTube channel, how are you doing on this evening? Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast here on live. Here we are. We are here. We are here today. We are here today. I am having issues, I believe. Hello, good, bad, and ugly. Can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me. Okay. I'm just not seeing it over here. Hello. I see all my group coming in. Hello, good, bad, and ugly. I believe that's my sister that just came in. Hey, my sister Darlita has just come in. What's going on? Let me click back over. We are good on Podbean, everybody. Let me know. Somebody just type yes before I click over to. Okay, we got you. All right. All righty. There we are. Okay, we're good. I see folks are back. Okay. Hey, bro, Chambers. Oh, my goodness. Hello. All right. I got folks on here. Let me see who all on Facebook and elsewhere. My sister is here. James Chambers, the one and only, the legend. Deacon James Chambers is here. Thank you, bro, Chambers, for tuning in. Miss Ty said, I'm back. I'm good. Ty, okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's what it looked like. All right. Well, welcome again. Little technical issues, but if you just be patient, everything gonna turn out right. It's not gonna stop me. It's not gonna detract me. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. Some of y'all have been waiting. Some of y'all have inboxed me, asked me what I think is going on, all that kind of stuff. I'm coming, and I'm coming in my own way. I'm gonna need some of you Cowboy fans. I'm telling you now, you might need to pull an ink pen and a pad out. Now, I'm telling you that right now because I believe you're gonna listen to me tonight, and some things you're gonna say, and then some things you may not agree with me on. That's what I like. I like the dialogue. Tommy Westerman is already starting. Brother Tommy just said that Earl Thomas is coming because of what I'm getting ready to talk about in just a few seconds. So I get with it. Hey, Light Bright on Podbean. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for joining in. Podbean on fire already. Uh we're about to talk about this thing. Cowboy fans, Cowboy haters, Cowboy straddler the fencers, those that don't know what side, those Cowboy draft people, Cowboy, say we going to the playoffs, whatever you were, come on in. We all family now. The playoffs is out the picture. We in full off-season mode. That's where we are. And wouldn't you know it, the Cowboys. Hey, my frat is on here. My frat is on Derrick Cruz, King Fulton. What's going on, man? My frat is on here, so I got the noobs with me. I'm ready to rock now. It's just no question about it. I'm ready to go to work. So we are about to figure things out. As you know, Let me say this before I get started. My guy, the good, the bad, the ugly truth on Podbean is on here. He has a great podcast. That those that are on Podbean, all you need to do is click him now and just follow him and get the notification when he goes on. He has a great podcast with talking about spiritual, good, bad, and ugly truth. Let me just say it the way I want to say it. He gives you spiritual nuggets as you walk. It's not a preaching thing. He just gives you some good things that make you think, good things that make you, in your walk. Interesting topics. Great podcast. And I'm glad to have him here tonight. So go check him out. He has a great podcast. Tonight, the Cowboys moved, didn't they? Come on, talk to me. I'm rolling now. I got all the preliminaries out the way. The Cowboys moved a little bit, didn't they? Yeah. They moved a little bit. I didn't expect the movement so fast. But hey, they moved. You know what I'm talking about. We fired Mr. Mike Nolan, and wow, a couple of days later, here come Mr. Dan Quinn. Oh, Cowboy Nation is on fire. Man. Cowboy Nation got something to talk about. Cowboy Nation has some are excited. Some are straddling the fence. Some are upset. Some fans are already saying we on our way back to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just everywhere. I mean, it's Cowboy fans. You just don't know. Tommy Westerman said Earl Thomas coming. Yeah, here he comes. See, Tommy said it again. Now here come Earl Thomas. Some Cowboys fans say, hey, Earl ain't played ball in a whole year. Let him just sit on the sideline. Cowboy fans are hard to please. We are hard to please. We can't never get on the same page. And I'm here tonight to add to your confusion. That's why I'm here. I'm here to add to the. I'm here to add to the to your dilemmas. I'm here to add to the ones that think he's great. I'm here to add to say he's not great. I'm here to add to the one that say he's not great. I'm here to say that he is great. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna present tonight a small case study tonight. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to let you Cowboy fans make your own decision. I'm just going to be like a courtroom. I'm going to present the evidence, and then I'm going to rest my case. That's all I'm going to do tonight. Okay. I'm just going to present the case. Let me say it again. I'm going to present the case, and then I'm just going to rest my case. Then I'm going to sit down, okay? Dan Quinn. Hey, what's up, Talib? I see you, man. Good to have you tonight. Let me present the case. Let me start off, number one, just in case you're wondering for where I stand on it. Here's my stance on Dan Quinn's hiring. I'm neutral. That's my stance. I'm not too hot and I'm not too cold. I'm dead in the middle. My position is let's wait and see. That's where I am. I'm not going crazy, and I'm not sad either. I'm really in the middle on this thing because of some of the evidence that I'm going to present to you tonight. But at the same time, I'm not down because of some of the evidence that I'm going to present to you tonight. Can I do it real quick? And then I'll let y'all go and y'all can eat y'all fish tonight. Eat y'all chicken and fish tonight. All right. I'm getting on. Let me move. All right. I'm neutral. I'm neutral because of a certain thing. Hey, bro Phipps, glad to have you tonight. Bro Phipps said, I think Dan Quinn can be a good defensive coordinator. See, that statement right there by Brother Phipps is kind of what I'm talking about. The first two words, y'all see it on the screen. He says, I think. That don't mean that you know. That means you think. You think. So that's kind of where that's kind of where I am. I know he can be a good defensive coordinator because of the evidence that I'm going to show you tonight. Let's look at this evidence. Let's look at this. I want to do something if I can see. For those on Facebook and Periscope and YouTube, I'm getting ready to show you something. I'm sorry, Podbean. I'm about to share a screen. I'm going to attempt to share a screen with my people that are on Facebook and everything. So I want them to look at this. Let's look at this together, y'all. Can we look at this together? Let me get to this real quick. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. I believe you guys can see this. I can't see your comments, okay? I'm going to have to click out to get to the comments. This, let me go up to the top. This is Dan Quinn, y'all. Y'all see that? This is Dan Quinn. This is his full coaching history. I've done my homework on this. I just want y'all to know that. As you can see, we got to study this chart very, very well. For those that are on Podbean, I am so sorry. You can't see it. I'll try to relay it to you. Just listen to me. I promise you I'm not going to leave you in the cold. If you want to see it, however, for those that are my Facebook friends, come on, find me real quick, switch over to Facebook, and you can see it for yourself. Matter of fact, let me try this. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Can y'all saw? Did y'all see that? Let me see. Okay, here it is. Here it is, y'all. There it is. This is Dan Quinn's full coaching history. He started at 24 years old in 1994. If you're seeing this screen, you will see that he started in college. I want you to go to all the way to the right there, and you'll see his role as a defensive, as a coach. 1994 through 1999, he was a defensive line coach. Okay. He went to, all the way to 2000. He got his first D coordinator job in 2000 at Hofstra College, but he also was a D line coach. Y'all see that? Okay. He did skip to the NFL. Y'all look down. 2001 through 2004, he's with the 49ers. And as you can see his role there, the last 2 years, he was a defensive line coach, defensive quality control coach the first 2 years. 2005, 2006 with the Dolphins, defensive line coach, okay? 2007 and 8, the Jets, defensive line coach. Y'all seeing the pattern yet? Okay. 2009 to 2010 with the Seahawks, defensive line coach. Then he went back to college, 2011, 2012, a defensive coordinator there in college, but he was also a defensive line coach. Do y'all see this? 2013 and 14 with the Seahawks, he was the defensive coordinator at the time. So primarily, if you're watching this, what you see is that Dan Quinn, without a doubt, is a defensive line coach. Did y'all see that? Somebody, did y'all see the screen there? if y'all looking at me, did y'all see the screen? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know real quick on. You did not see the screen, okay? So that means I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Hey, Buddha. I got you. Thank you so much there on that. He was a defensive line coach. That's primarily what brought him to the dance to the pros. 1 year, at Hofstra, he was a defensive coordinator. When he went to the University of Florida for 2 years, he was a defensive coordinator. When he was defensive coordinator in his early years, also when he was defensive coordinator with Florida, he was also the defensive line coach. So primarily what brought him to the dance as far as defenses go is his coaching ability on the defensive line. Y'all get that? Defensive line. All right. Here's my thing. I just showed you all that, but I wanted to go primarily from the pros, from which he was pretty much a defensive line. His first pro job was in 2003 as a defensive line coach. I done my homework, y'all. On that defensive line, thank you so much. I'm sorry about the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody gonna have to help me with this, but it's all good. I apologize, but I hope I'm trying to go slow enough that I don't go too fast. So just to sum it up, from 2003, which was his first pro job as a defensive line coach, 2001. He was a San Francisco 49ers defensive quality coach. But as far as defensive line coach, from 2003 all the way up until 2012, he was associated with the defensive line no matter what the team was, okay? 2003 to 2012. I did my homework, y'all. Let me say this. Because there are a lot. Hey, JD, I see you, man. We talking about Brother Quinn, Dan Quinn, Buddha. Here's my thing. Because he has this reputation of being a great defensive asset. Okay? I'm just going to present the evidence. I just gave you his coaching, his stuff. Here's the thing, though. In 2003, since he was defensive line, he had no Pro Bowlers. 2004, he had no Pro Bowlers. 2005, on the defensive line, he had no Pro Bowlers. That was his position coach. I mean, that was his position as coaching. 2006, no Pro Bowl on the defensive line. 2007, 8, and 9, no Pro Bowlers. I got that in the chat. Do you want Quinn or no? And if so, what was your first pick? Buddha, I'm neutral on Quinn. I'm in the wait and see mode. My first pick, I wanted Marvin Lewis. That's who I wanted. Okay, that's who I wanted. I wanted Marvin Lewis. However, I will say this: that if we're talking about checking the boxes, as Boss Cowboy said the other night, Dan Quinn checks most of those boxes. So we're not, I mean, we ain't talking like he a scrub, but I just like Marvin Lewis. The reputation of Marvin, building the defense, as you know, with everybody. JD, I see your comment. Who was on the D line during those years? I didn't do that much homework because I had other stuff to do today. But let me say this: whoever they were, we didn't have no Pro Bowlers. Okay, He was the defensive line coach. Let me keep moving. 2010. Listen to me. Listen real close. This is where I told you I'm just going to present the evidence. I'm going to let you make your decision because we're going to all differ on Quinn. Listen right here. If you don't hear anything else tonight, please listen to this. Goes on Podbean. Please listen. Here's what you need to see. In 2010 was his first coaching job with the Seattle Seahawks, at least on that team. Dan Quinn, was the defensive line coach. And listen to this. It was also the first year as an assistant DB coach was Chris Richard. Please keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let me say it again. Let me say that one more time. Quinn was the defensive line coach in 2010. Chris Richard was the assistant defensive back coach for the Seattle Seahawks during that year. Again, in 2010, no Pro Bowlers sent from the defensive line position from him being the coach. Chris Richard did not send anybody to the Pro Bowl. Well, he was the assistant DB coach, so he had a hand in it, but he was not the guy. Okay. 2011. Remember, hold up before y'all get hyped. Listen. 2011 and 2012, Dan Quinn went back to Florida to be the defensive coordinator and the defensive line coach at Florida, University of Florida. Well, in 2011, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Brandon Brower went to the Pro Bowl. The Legion of Boom was just being birthed, and Dan Quinn was not there. He was at Florida. Okay. They made Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Brandon Browner, and for those that are wondering, Richard Sherman was on the team, but he did not make the Pro Bowl that year. Okay? Y'all get that? All right. These are the facts. I saw you booted with Jason Taylor, but I'm Jason Taylor was a dog anyway, so but he was there, so I guess I'll give you that. He did have one from Taylor, but Taylor Hall of Fame player, so hey, okay. But I get it. He has to have some type of credit because he put Taylor in position. I'll give you that. 2011, 2012, y'all, Dan Quinn was at the University of Florida. He was not with the Seattle Seahawks. Chris Richard was there as the defensive back coach, in which in the second year that he was there, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Brandon Brower all went to the Pro Bowl. 2012, Dan Quinn was in Florida, y'all. Chris Richard was the defensive back coach. And in that year, in 2012, guess what happened? Chris Richard was the defensive back coach. Dan Quinn was at Florida, y'all. Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas were voted first team All-Pro. Dan Quinn was at Florida, y'all. Chris Richard was in Seattle And in his third year, his secondary produced, forget Pro Bowl, he produced 2 first-team All-Pros. The Legion of Boom was already ready, y'all. Okay? All righty, y'all. Okay. All right. I hope y'all catching all this. All right. In 2012, while he was at Florida, while Dan Quinn was at Florida, he did produce 1 All-American. He produced Sharif Floyd, who was an All-American at Florida on the defensive line. All right. We give credit to Quinn for that. Okay. In 2013, Dan Quinn comes back to the Seattle Seahawks to become the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks on a team that is already dominant. Y'all can say what you want to say, and we're not going to credit him for the defensive line because he was the defensive coordinator. They already had, okay? He already had a defensive line coach in 2013. So we really can't just attribute the defensive line to him. Of course, he probably, without a doubt, Dan Quinn had his input in game planning, and he had his hand on the defense in all areas, maybe. But he was not defensive line coach. So I'm not going to bother him about defensive line. Okay? He was the coordinator. But keep in mind, those 2 years that when he was at Florida, Chris Richard is the one that made the Legion of Boom. Quinn wasn't there. So when he comes in 2013, he walks into a defense that has 2 first-team All-Pros and a corner that is a Pro Bowler. So you only got 4 positions in the secondary. You got 3 guys that all of them are Pro Bowlers, but 2 of them are first-team All-Pros. Help me, I'm just here to report the evidence, y'all. I'm just gonna let y'all do it, okay? 2013, he comes to a defense that was just flat out dominant. And I'm not about to knock Dan Quinn at all, because he had, and I see a lot of y'all coming. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a second, I promise you. I just want to present the evidence, then we're gonna talk. He had to make the game plan. He had to tell Chris Richard, this is what we need to do. He had to tell everybody, you know what, he got hired as a defensive coordinator for a reason. He brought, his reputation, he's a player coach. He brought attitude. The Seattle Seahawks, if y'all remember, was loaded with attitude. Loaded. Okay? This is what happened in 2013. Can he coach? Kevin, I see you. I'm going to give you, he can coach. I'm just throwing the evidence out tonight. For those that don't know the real truth, I'm just giving the real truth tonight. That's all I'm doing. So in 2013, this is what his defense produced. Chris Richard, of course, again, was the defensive back coach. He had, again, 2 first-team All-Pros in Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman. And then Cam Chancellor made his first Pro Bowl. So, again, 3 out of your 4 people, let's play defense. We're talking about 2 corners, 1 free safety, and 1 strong safety. 3 of those guys made the Pro Bowl. They was already killers while Quinn was at Florida. Nobody up front at that particular time. Nobody up front from the linebacking core or the defensive line didn't even make a Pro Bowl in 2013. 2014, again, Quinn is the defensive coordinator. Chris Richard is the defensive back coach again. This time, however, we get a little addition. 2014, Bobby Wagner is a first team All-Pro. Earl Thomas again and Richard Sherman again are first team All-Pros. And then, of course, Cam Chancellor made another Pro Bowl. So, yes, and once you throw it out, of course, yes. Without a doubt, Quinn had to have a lot to do with that. They had the number 1 defense in the league one year, and I think the next year they were ranked 3rd. So, I mean, they won the Super Bowl. They should have won back-to-back if Carroll would have gave it to beast mode. They probably would have won back-to-back without a doubt. The Seahawks were the truth. Ain't no question about that. Nobody wanted to see them, whether they was on the road and especially at home. The defense was flat out awesome. Okay? I'm not even going to talk about Dan Quinn as a head coach tonight because that ain't what we hired him for. So I know some of y'all want to talk about how he blowed the lead in the Super Bowl. Well, here's my comeback to that. Well, at least he got him to the Super Bowl. I mean, can the Dallas Cowboys just make the playoffs? I mean, come on now. And some of you gonna say, well, that offense was awesome. You know, Matt Ryan and Julio and Todd Gurley and the Hooper and all. Look, somebody had to play defense. Okay, I know the Falcons were scoring. I give you that. They did score, but you had to play defense too. Okay, you had to play. I mean, they scored 35 points, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but somebody had to play, and that defense wasn't going. So Dan Quinn had a hand in it. There ain't no question about it. But a lot of Cowboy fans have mistaken identity problems. I just broke it down for you. You can't argue with the fact. A lot of you guys, a lot of Cowboy fans that I've seen, I've been in plenty of chats and seen plenty of posts, and a lot of people want to give credit to Dan Quinn for creating the quote-unquote Legion of Boom. No, sir. No, ma'am. The Legion of Boom was created by Chris Richard. That's what I'm saying. So we can't give credit to the I'll give you this. Richard Sherman was a Pro Bowler. Well, I can't even give you that because when Sherman made his first All-Pro team, Dan Quinn was in Florida. So I can't, I was just about to make a mistake and say, well, when, Quinn may have turned Sherman from a Pro Bowler to an All-Pro. I can't even say that because Quinn was in Florida. Chris Richard, man. Gus Bradley. Chris Richard, man, look, I ain't saying he's supposed to be the defensive coordinator, but I'm saying Chris Richard know what he's doing. He developed Earl Thomas. And whatever it is, he developed Richard Sherman. He developed Browner. He developed Cam Chancellor. I'm just presenting the facts. That's all. Now, Quinn, this is what I'm talking about, Quinn, okay? Quinn, he had better get the right people to be with him. That's That's my presentation tonight. Because it seems to me, I just gave you what he did as a defensive line coach all those years. And I didn't see no Pro Bowler with the exception of Jason Taylor, who was already a dog. Y'all see, it's almost like saying you're running backs coach, but you got Barry Sanders back there. You see what I'm saying? Barry was already a dog. I mean, come on. Jason Taylor in Miami, when he was there in Miami, was already special. Now, he may have showed him a technique here and there, but Jason Taylor was already the man. You see what I'm saying? So, if you want to give credit to him, okay. Maybe scheme-wise, the way he had him positioned and the way he can come and dominate a defense, maybe that's set up by the scheme. I'll give you that. Setting up scheme is important. We all know that. We saw how horrible the defense was pretty much for half of the year. So we know scheme-wise counts. I'll give you that. I am saying that it's going to be very interesting to see who comes along with Dan Quinn. I think that's going to be highly important. So that's why I'm neutral tonight, y'all. I'm not sad about Quinn, but I ain't popping champagne bottles about Quinn either. Because I looked at his record. And for those that want to see what I saw, I'll share it with you. All you got to do is go to Pro Football Reference. You'll see the thing there. You just type in Dan Quinn, and you'll have his whole coaching record and everything right there. You can study this for yourself. I'm not too messed up about it. I'm cool with it. I'm just in the wait and see mode. I think he's gonna do fine? Here's what I will say. I think that we won't have a lapse where we trying to figure it out, where it takes us, almost 7 or 8 games to finally start playing decently. I don't think that's gonna happen. Not with Quinn there. Yeah, I just think we're gonna start off banging. I don't believe that with Quinn there we'll be ranked the 32nd ranked defense in the league next year. So I believe we're gonna improve. I believe we are. Quinn is a motivator. Quinn is a player's coach. That's what the reputation of him is. And everybody that plays with him have played with Dan Quinn said that guys love playing for him. That's the difference now. When you find a coach that you want to play for, that's a huge thing. So I'm not killing Quinn, but I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid of Quinn either. So that makes me neutral tonight. And I got some Cowboy fans on here, and I know some of y'all don't like what I said. I just presented the evidence. It's there for you. All you got to do is look it up, and then you match it up. Hey, I will give them this. I'd rather have Dan Quinn than Mike Nolan. No doubt about it. I'll give it that. Do I think the defense going to do what they got to do? I don't know. We still got the same issues. Maybe Dan Quinn and the scouting department and Will McClay can finally get us some beef up the middle where everybody knows by now that the Cowboys can't stop the run. Maybe we can get some guys in that can finally stop the run. Maybe that's what Quinn gonna bring. He's a defensive line coach. Hey, he knows defensive line play. That's what got him to the NFL. He knows what he's looking for. Uh, let's just wait and see what's gonna happen. I'm like my brother there, Kevin Curry. Let's just see what's gonna happen. I can't flip out. Cause see, I'm not like some of you cow. I'm like, we all in the family, but I see I've been hurt and stabbed and just depressed with the Cowboys year after year. So when you depressed with the Cowboys year after year, and you hurting and you done paid the price for putting all your emotional investment into them, you learn real quick to begin to become neutral. You see what I'm saying? Greater Jared, exactly. That's in Atlanta. I ain't want to mess with him in Atlanta, Tavis. I ain't want. You right. You right. Absolutely right. I left it at Seattle because was his resume as a defensive coordinator. I only went to him when he became a head coach. I don't even count that. I mean, I know he had input, but not as well as much as he would have as a defensive coordinator. So you're right about Jared though, but I ain't even mess with Atlanta. I didn't even mess with that. So I'm not gonna get emotionally involved yet. I can't. I've been burned too many times, yo. I'm sorry. I'm one of them long. I ain't just got on the bandwagon with the Cowboys in the last 3-4 years. I've been suffering for 2 decades. Y'all hear me? So I've learned over the years to be stress free. It don't require my blood pressure medication so much now. You see what I'm saying? I look at games. I used to be standing up with my Cowboy gear on. You see, I got my Cowboy gear on, but I sit down now. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what happens when you get burnt. You learn as you go. You sit down now. I used to be on the edge of my seat. So I used to be on the edge of my seat watching the Cowboys play. Now I sit back in the recliner. Now I sit down now. Yeah, exactly. I see I got some folks in here that understand what I'm talking about. I see all y'all. Chris say we all been burned fans. That's why I'm trying to save our younger generation Cowboy fans. It's almost like when you join a fraternity, then like my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. When you first join, oh my God, you all geared up, you on fire. You just party, you just ready. As the years go by, you move out the way and let the young kids have it. And you just when they come near you, say, hey brother, what's going on? You like that? That's what I do now. I'm too old. Okay, I got a 6-year-old son down here. I'm not about to let the Cowboys have me popping my blood pressure medication too early. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry. So I'm not going to try tonight. I'm not trying to kill your enthusiasm or your optimism. If you hype about Quinn, stay hype. I love it. I'm just going to be on it. Just reach down to me. I'm going to be sitting down while you jumping up and down. I'll give you a high five from a seated position. That's where I am. That's where I am. That's where I am. I can't do it. I done seen it. I got hype when Wade Phillips got hired. Yeah. We got to sit down. No, Malcolm said it's time to stand up. No, Malcolm, you stand up. You see what I'm saying? All of y'all that want to stand up, y'all stand up and cheer, and I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just with you from a reclined, seated position. That's why I am. That's why I am, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to kill your optimism. I love it. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Yeah, it's show and tell. Exactly. That's what my brother Kevin was saying earlier. It's show and tell every year. It really is. Yeah, exactly. Kevin said, just humble, you said, Tavis, hey, I know. Look, we were hyped. Look, y'all, we were hyped at the beginning of the year, like at the beginning of the season. We just knew that this offense was going to score 35, 40 points a game. And when Dak was there, we was just about scoring. We weren't winning, but we were scoring like crazy. And week by week, we said, what in the world are we doing 1-3 and 2-3 with this team? What every week the enthusiasm just going down. That got hurt. Way down. Ben DiNucci. Way down. Way down. Gilbert showed up as a quarterback. Little life. Everybody said, oh, okay. We want Gilbert to start. We want Gilbert. Yeah. We Andy Dalton. Some of y'all said Dalton better than Dak. Y'all, okay, y'all. I ain't kill you. I just let you just let you have your way. Just let you have your way. Just, just go ahead and have your way. Then, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, some of y'all share this. I'm sorry. I didn't even share with myself. Some of y'all share this stuff. I don't even know what I'm thinking. I'm just talking, and I don't, I'm sorry, y'all. I just been knocked down too many times. I'm sorry. I hope Dan Quinn can do the job. I personally think that he's going to do the job. Y'all know, Kevin. Y'all know this what they said. You heard it too, Chris. I don't know what your people, your Cowboy people say, but we heard some of that. That Dalton was better than Dak, and Dalton can do the same thing as Dak, and my elevation. Yeah, that's it, Talib. Look, when Dak went down, I learned from the Romo years. I'm sorry. I learned from the Romo years. You're right, Talib. Brother, I was so laid back in my recliner that I had to get up, I had to get my screwdriver, tighten the screws back up on it. I'm serious. I was messed up. The Cowboys had me like that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. And I refuse to do it now. Everybody hype. When Dak come back. Okay. All right. Y'all do remember that we was I believe we was 2-3 when Dak was playing with all them records he was breaking. All them yards he had. You do realize we had a losing record, right? Yeah, that's right. That's what happened, y'all. Chris, that's what happened. So I we got CeeDee Lamb. Y'all remember the hype? We got, oh my God, they can't nobody stop them 3 receivers. Nobody. 6-10. Y'all see? We got a Zeke Elliott. 6-10. That's the bottom line. All right, look. Please, I know some of y'all. Bro Brooks. We had injuries. Everybody had injuries. Everybody had injuries. Everybody. So however you want to look at it. I'm not trying to kill your optimism. If I'm doing that tonight, my brothers and Cowboy fans, my brother and sister Cowboy fans, if I'm killing your optimism, I apologize. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to do it. I just want to present to you guys tonight, because on the Big Time Show we're gonna be very informative. We're gonna laugh a little bit, but we're gonna be very informative, and I will share with you guys. Obviously, my where I get my information from. I don't have no problem with that. So I'll let you do it. So let me start reading some of y'all comments in general so I can help it. Let me see. Well, Kevin, the OC ain't about that like. Okay, I'm about to go back. Who was that? Chris that said that the OC ain't about that life. He said, Kevin, the OC ain't about that life. Kellen Moore, no, I don't even want to start on him today. You know, we're gonna have to have a defense. Since you talking about, I'm assuming you're talking about Kellen Moore, because we all know when Kellen Moore get inside the 20, it's almost like we're allergic to the end zone. We great at field goal kicking inside in the red zone. We great at that. Oh, we'll send a kicker to the Pro Bowl immediately. Oh my God! You come to Dallas. Oh my goodness. A kicker can go to the Pro Bowl because he's gonna get plenty of opportunities because we ain't scoring enough. You see what I'm saying? No, and he's not. Kevin said, "Can our defense tackle somebody?" Well, that's why we got Mr. Quinn in the house with his knowledge. I would love personally, since it's obvious that Chris Richard knows what he's doing, y'all. I mean, I know he was there before, and when McCarthy came in, he left out. But I guarantee you, Dan Quinn got to be thinking. Now, he may not get him there, but Dan Quinn got to be thinking, hey, man, I know who the best defensive back coach is in the league. I know because I had him and I got a Super Bowl ring because of this guy. I went to 2 Super Bowls because of this guy. We need to bring Chris Richard back. Now, that part, I think we need him. I don't see why Chris Richard is not in the league now. His reputation should be forever cemented in the NFL. Folks should be knocking down his door because of what he did and what he developed in Seattle. I mean, at least for a defensive back coach, without a doubt. That's who I want. Now, y'all want Quinn and all this. I'm sorry. I want Rashard back. If it goes to the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. Here's the resume. When Quinn and Rashard were together, they went to Super Bowls. That's what the track record say. The track record says that when Quinn and Rashard are together, they went to Super Bowls. And some of you saying, well, we ain't got Cam Chancellor. We ain't got Earl Thomas. We don't have Richard Sherman. Okay, let's think about this just for a second. Number 1 and number 2. Here we go. We don't have that, but what we do have is Donovan Wilson. And I'm on record, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Donovan Wilson would be at minimum a Pro Bowl safety. Okay? Y'all got that. Number 2, we got Trayvon Diggs. And I'm telling you, Trayvon Diggs is going to be minimum a Pro Bowler. I said development. Richard Sherman was not a Pro Bowler when Chris Richard got there. He made him that. He made him to All-Pro. Sound like Diggs to me, don't it? Diggs can play. Donovan Wilson, okay. He turned, exactly. He never did have a chance, okay. He turned Earl Thomas into an All-Pro. Okay, we got a hard-hitting ball hawk safety in Donovan Wilson. Sound like Earl Thomas to me. Or let's go ahead and play fantasy land. Richard Sherman, the 49ers, is reported that the 49ers are not going to pay him the big money. Okie dokie. Well, haven't y'all been crying about a veteran cornerback? I ain't talking about starting. I'm just saying a veteran cornerback. Don't y'all think Richard Sherman would fit with a coach that he loves to play for? Okay. Earl Thomas is still sitting on the sideline somewhere. Been out a whole year. I'm quite sure Earl wants some more money now since he didn't get paid this year. Wouldn't it be nice to have Earl now with Donovan Wilson? Oh my God. Okay. I'm just saying. I get you, Kev. Kev say he don't want Sherman. I get it. Her Sherman stay. I understand that Sherman stay hurt a whole lot. Sherman is not what he. The book on Sherman always have been that he's a zone type corner. He's not a man-to-man corner because number one, he's really not real fast. But in the zone coverage, he's flat out dominant. So I think that the Cowboys would Dan probably is gonna have our guys playing a lot of man this year. I wouldn't be surprised there. So I see the liability in Sherman. I see that. Tommy said it at the beginning of the show, and he gonna hang on to it. Tommy says that Earl Thomas will be in Dallas. That's what he said. So I'm not gonna kill his optimism. I believe that Dan Quinn, I believe the name will come up again. And I believe Dan is may want to push it. Kevin, exactly right. That's what I said. He's his own corner. Keenan is absolutely right. Earl would help out Diggs and Wilson. No doubt about it. Because what do we know about Earl? Earl can play single high safety. He had that. Well, let me stop. Let me stop. Earl had that type of range. I don't know if Earl has that type of range anymore. I don't know. Earl done had a lot of injuries. I don't know if he's that guy still. So I don't know. Kevin said that he don't believe no team is signing Earl. You know, Kevin brings up a great point, Kevin, because if Earl is so great and willing to play, and no doubt a Hall of Fame safety, why he sat out a whole year? That you know what I'm saying? As great of a player as he is, and you know his play can help your team on defense, there has to be a reason why nobody picked him up. Nobody? 32 teams. Nobody picked up Earl? No, nobody? I don't know. Yeah, Earl can knock your head off, Kevin Phillips. We know what Earl brings. I mean, we talking about a Hall of Fame talent. Tommy, look, I hope y'all seeing it. Now, I don't know, Tommy, maybe you and I need to talk. Maybe you need to inbox me so I know what you're talking about. Tommy says he got connections. Okay? He says that he promised you that the ball hawk, he talking about Earl, will have the star on his helmet. So Tommy has connections. Tommy, you know, you putting yourself on the limb like that. I'm not saying you lying. I'm not saying I don't believe you because I don't know your connections. I don't have connections. I don't. Hey, Tommy, maybe you can help me out with the connections. Tell them about me. Tell them I got a decent show. Maybe somebody like what I got to say, and maybe I can get connected. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make sure I'm connected with you. Because if Earl Thomas signed with the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna say, hey, we all need to start listening to Tommy, because Tommy know what he's talking about. That's what I'm gonna say. Now, Tommy, if he don't sign, because you sure putting yourself out on the limb. If he don't sign, I'm gonna be leaning toward what most of everybody else in here saying is that Earl Thomas got a problem. I appreciate you, Tommy. I thank you so much, man. Thank you for the plug, man. Thank you. Kevin says, unless you know Jerry personally, I got to see it for myself. hey, Tommy, this is where some Cowboy fans are. We'll believe it when we see it. That's what some of us are. Chris said, Tommy said it first. Okay, I'm waiting, Tommy. I personally, I hope we get him. Why? Because even if he don't have what he had before, one thing Earl is going to bring, if he come to us, is that attitude that I've been begging for the last 2-3 years. He is a dog. Whether he's he may not be a greyhound right now, but he might be a little chihuahua in skill set now. I don't know. I've seen his Instagram page. Earl look like he in shape. I mean, of course, it's not football shape, but he still look good. He's still, his body has had time to rest. Okay, and when you had injuries now, look, I'm telling you, when you've had major injuries, sometimes when you can get a nice rest like Earl has had, it ain't no telling how he can come back. So, I mean, he may be fresh. And one thing about him, if he comes back, he's going to be hungry. What's up, Jerome? Hey, y'all. Hey, follow my guy right there that you see. Jerome, Mr. Cowboy McNary. He lives here in Memphis with me. He has a show also. I'm telling y'all, my guy will be unknown him a long time. Jerome, I'm gonna have to put you Kevin, Carr, and Buddha if you still here. I may have to bring Jerome into our group, in our little private group that we got. I'm telling you, Jerome fits. Jerome will send you. I'm gonna put you in this group there with a little Cowboy group. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll love it. He has a great show. Jerome, type in your show real quick since you're here. Type in your show. I don't mind sharing, y'all. I want to see everybody come up. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. There's enough ears. I want guys to come up. Everybody's kind of starting off in podcasting, and I just like everybody. It's enough Cowboy fans across the country. Please understand, we ain't gonna butt heads. we not. Jerome, put your show in real quick. Chris says that talking about Earl. Earl is a dog, and that attitude that we need. Let me give you what it could be. Jerome, you still ain't doing that. There you go. There's his show right there, y'all. He has his own page. Let's Talk Football. That's the name of his show. Look, I'm telling you, he is informed. Got a great show. Help y'all go help my boy out, man. Help him out. I follow his show. I just got off on off his show real quick because I had to come and do mine. But as you can see, the love is there. Jerome hanging with me now. So that's just how it is. We Memphis boys. So, that's how it is. Tommy said we all love each other. Tommy, do me a favor. Tommy, follow Jerome there. Let's Talk Football. Follow him on that show. He's just as good. I mean, he better than I am. So, hey, he's a little bit more informed than I am. Well, let me take that back. Jerome, you ain't as good as me. Let me stop. Ain't nobody better than Big Time. Ain't nobody. I'm just kidding. My guy Jerome is a bad boy. Y'all check him out. Earl bring attitude. Think about this. You'll have Earl Thomas, okay? Attitude. DeMarcus Lawrence, dog attitude. Randy Gregory, attitude. Donovan Wilson, attitude. Ain't nothing but 11 positions on the field, y'all. I just named 4 guaranteed dogs. Ain't we been begging for that, y'all? I mean, haven't we been begging for dogs on our defense? Attitude. Intimidation. Haven't we been begging for this? That's what I need. I need some aggressive, doggish attitude, smack you in your mouth type football players. I don't need finesse. I don't need it. I'm sorry, I left out Jalen. Jalen is a dog, y'all. Y'all can talk about him all you want to. Jalen will hit you in your mouth. Jalen Smith would. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Jalen Smith. He was second in the league in tackles. I thank him for it because he was on one of my fantasy teams. He gave me almost 10 plus points every single game. I didn't have no problem with Jalen. Yes, he was out of position a couple times. I get what linebacker is not out of position. Okay, come on now. Jalen will hit you in your mouth. That's the guy. I need intimidation, man. That's I need some folks that's scared to see these guys line up. That's what I need. Jerome, who's also a draft guy. Jerome said we need Surtain at 10. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jerome. I ain't just sold on a rookie. Now, if you gonna tell me, now if you talking about Surtain starting, I don't know about that. Okay. Because I saw what happened to Diggs. Diggs was all world cornerback. He got to the league, and in the first 4, 5, 6 weeks, Diggs was getting tore up. He was. He made some plays, but Diggs was getting tore up. I don't know if I want. I just don't know if I want a rookie out there. Now, if you telling me Surtain, Kevin says Fairley or Horn, those would be 2 guys. Here, this is what I'm thinking, y'all. Since y'all want to go draft with it, and y'all, you know, I love y'all because I don't mind switching the narrative. So if that's what y'all want to do, let me get back to ET. I'm gonna go with JD real quick. JD said even if we sign Earl Thomas, we still need the draft of safety in the first 3 rounds of the draft. You don't know where Earl's head is. Need some insurance, and I add to that, JD, because Earl's reputation is he get hurt quick. And you know, I don't mind drafting a safety early. I don't mind, not in the first round. Let me throw my theory up, y'all. Y'all not gonna agree with it. This is just mine. Jerome, this is what I got to say, and Kevin. The NFL done changed. Even though defense wins, I understand defense win championships, and during this time, as we saw with the Rams and the Seattle game, where the Rams just flat out smothered Russell Wilson. I mean, just locked everything. We saw the Ravens shut down King Henry. We saw that. But let me say this. This is just me. Why don't we score? Why, you know, if the defense is gonna be better, and if Dak and the way Dak was playing starting off, it looked like Dak had took that next step in his progression up. Why not? Let's just go ahead and just fully dominate on offense. This just me. I understand we need a corner. I understand we need linebacker. I understand we definitely need a defensive tackle. I get that. I get it. If it was probably my choice, I would do it. But at the same time, can we just throw up this theory? Let me just throw one name up, okay? I believe the defense is going to be better. I don't think we're going to be 32. Can you imagine if we get Kyle Pitts? I mean, I understand you don't supposed to draft a tight end at 10. But can you imagine Kyle Pitts with these receivers? And Pollard, one time maybe Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott line up in the backfield, and you got Pitts out there. Can you imagine the points, potential points? That would be unfair. That would be. I understand. Look, if I was a GM, I would say no. I know it's enticing, but we can't do this. What I'm thinking. We need to get save the linebacker DT. I get all that. We need to get Horn, as my brother Kevin Carr said. I get it, y'all. But don't we need to load up all the offensive weapons that Dak can get, so he can't progress? I mean, so he can stay where he was. Man, if you put Pitts on this team, man, I'm sorry, y'all. What is a defense gonna be able to do? What I mean, thank y'all for hanging out. We be on Podbean. You put Pitts out there After last night, I heard last night the Cowboys need to pick up Devontae Smith. Well, I ain't saw. If you get Smith, where you gonna play? I mean, Gallup is gone, or you trade Gallup. I guess you say put Devontae Smith there. Okay, I get that. I get that. Kevin says that a safe pick is an offensive lineman. Jerome, I'm not even arguing with you on that. Jerome just made up a big point. I think Blake Jarwin will be explosive in this offense. Yes, I agree 100%. I agree. And the quiet is kept. The Cowboys found another tight end this year in Schultz. Nobody wasn't expecting Schultz to be this good. Schultz showed out, and I think that's where everybody's coming. Yeah, to leave saying it. Exactly. Jerome, Blake Jarwin, if you don't know, good people, Blake Jarwin was actually a wide receiver in college. What did they tell you? I mean, Jarwin got some unusual speed to be playing wide receiver. So essentially, we got a wide receiver playing tight end, a big one too. So I like Jarwin too. I wanted Jarwin to play 2 years ago when Witten was just slow and all that kind of stuff. I wanted him to play then. I get Jarwin there. I get it. I get it. I ain't got no problem with that. But my God, man. You talking about Schultz. I mean, can you imagine if it was Pitts and Jarwin? Oh my God, man. Ooh. I'm just saying. I saw you, Kevin. Kevin Phillips said, I hope Devontae Smith land in Miami. I think we talked about that earlier, Kevin. I think Miami. I'm just gonna go and skip that. I ain't no Miami Dolphin man, but my podcast show is about sports. Let me throw this scenario up with y'all. I believe Miami this year will be the biggest part of the draft. Here's the reason why I'm saying this. I talked to Boss Cowboy earlier today. Boss Cowboy, another dynamic podcaster. For those who don't know, Boss Cowboy Sports is that you need to follow him too. He's almost the guru. But I listened to him. I asked him a certain question because he lives in Houston, Texas. Okay, y'all hang with me for a minute. We just having fun now. And I asked him is there really any smoke? I mean, what's the feel down there? What's the vibe down there in Houston about the trade to Miami with Deshaun Watson? And he told me that there's some smoke. Now, I'm talking to a guy that got connections inside the team. I'm talking to a guy, he has connections inside with reporters, James Slater and people like that. He said there's some real smoke there. So if you don't know about it, there's a rumor going out that Deshaun Watson wants to go to Miami. Okay? Think about it. Deshaun Watson wants to go to Miami. All right? That's a trade with Houston. If you don't know, Miami has the 3rd pick in the draft. What's up, Noop? I see you. Oh, here come a hater. See, he my frat, man. Dion, he my frat, but y'all see it. Y'all see what he's saying. Yeah, he's a hater. Just quit. Just stop. He's so funny. Look, listen, let me get back. Miami this year has the 3rd pick and the 18th pick in the first round. Okay? So if you're talking about really getting Deshaun Watson, that obviously means that you're going to Tua will not be there anymore. Houston could say this. Give us Tua and the 3rd pick and maybe a pick from the next year's round. I just can't see Miami giving both picks up. Okay? And say, we'll give you Deshaun. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm jumping on that. You put Deshaun Watson in Miami after the year they had this year. Oh my God, they Super Bowl contenders. No question about that. You put Deshaun Watson on that team. Y'all thought Fitzpatrick was something. Oh my goodness. So if there's really some smoke there, here's my question. Will Miami be picking at 3? Well, if you got a chance to get Deshaun Watson, who's a very young. Is Deshaun Watson 25 years old? Yeah, I mean, what is he, 25, 26 years old? That's another 10 years maybe, if not more. You will take that. So I think Miami has a lot of power. So to go back to what Kevin said, you hoping that Smith is there. I don't know if Miami make this trip, Devontae Smith won't be going to no Miami. He might go to Houston. Or let me say this. If that trade is true and Houston end up at 3, that might be Justin Fields there. You may not want thank you, Kevin. Deshaun Watson's only 25 years old. Okay, that you may not want Tua. You might be at 3 and want to go and get Justin Fields from Ohio State. I'm just saying. I think Miami gonna be very interesting once we get to 3. I'm serious. We all know Lawrence is going 1 to Jacksonville. I believe Sewell, the offensive tackle from Oregon, is going 2 to the Jets. And then in number 3, that's where the fun of the draft gonna begin. If this Deshaun Watson thing is serious, and I'm hearing that it's very, very serious. I'm just saying, which is gonna open up the rest of the draft because that means people are gonna fall, and they're the Dallas Cowboys at number 10 with a plethora. Y'all like that word there? With a plethora of options. I mean, a lot of options that's going to be there at 10. So, the case is out on that for real. But I'm going to close on out now. I appreciate you guys. Love you. I should have shared it. I didn't do it tonight. That was totally ridiculous. My fault on that. JD said it would take a ransom to a pick 3, second-round pick, and next year's number 1 minimum. I believe they'll go after their first pick, JD. Deshaun Watson is a generational player. And you're going to have to give me that number 3 pick. Number 3, if number 3 ain't on the table, we ain't talking. You got to give me that number 3 pick. Like everything else, you got to give me Tua maybe. And if I'm not taking Tua, you're going to have to give me a lot of picks to get Deshaun because Deshaun is worth that. Deshaun Watson is worth that. Deshaun Watson is worth a ransom. If I can get a generational quarterback for the next 10 years, as Kevin Phipps said, he's only 25 years old. These guys playing quarterback now till they 40. Y'all see what's going on. Oh, my goodness. I give up the ransom because I ain't got to worry about quarterback for the next 10 years. So I would do that quick. Chris said we would be picking at 10. Exactly, Chris. And if we're going to have a good pick regardless, it's just going to depend on what direction we really want to go with. Kevin Carr said earlier, offensive lineman. We know we need that. Tyron Smith is getting old. Some folks say a defensive tackle. We know we need that. We need that in the middle. Somebody saying a linebacker. Quiet as kept, that's one of the biggest positions that we definitely need. The reason why I'm saying that is because if Sean Lee retired, that's a spot. LVE can't be trusted with his health. He always get hurt. So you talking about 2-star linebackers. Yeah, we need a linebacker. Definitely. Yeah, So somebody said a corner. Well, if you're giving up on Awuzie, if you're not signing Anthony Brown back, and if you're not signing Jordan Lewis, I hope we sign Jordan Lewis back for sure. But if you if you made a decision on Awuzie and you know he's not the future, you let him play out this last year or whatever, and you may draft a corner. We all been begging for a safety. But please, here's the other thing, y'all. Please don't forget about free agency. Okay? Don't forget about that. Some of these gaps that y'all talking about, some of these gaps, exactly. Andy Brown is under contract. You're right, Kevin. Thank you, brother. You're absolutely right. Some of these gaps are going to be filled by free agency. I see you good, bad, and ugly. Exactly. JD says we need a Mike linebacker, Jalen and LV are outside linebackers. Exactly. The need is there. But at 10, you're going to have some real interesting choices, and it's going to kind of show you the direction that you want to go with for your defense. I mean, you're going to have some offensive players there at 10. You're going to have some of these wide receivers there at 10. You're going to have possibly Chase there. I don't think Devontae Smith is going to be there. But if he is there, that's interesting. You're going to have Waddle from Alabama, who y'all saw last night. Waddle will be there probably at 10. You're going to have Pitts there at 10. You're going to have Bolton, as Kevin just said. Bolton might be there at 10. I mean, we're going to have an option, and it's just going to be interesting to see what direction they go. Do you want to load Dak up with some more weapons? Because you know you're not going to pay Gallup? Or are you going to go and take care of the defense? That's really the question to me. Exactly, wrong. That's really the question, right? You know, they loaded up Dak with weapons, and to be honest with you, to be honest with you, so you got to understand the NFL. The NFL is a copycat league. Okay, the NFL is a copycat league, and you copy off who won the Super Bowl. Okay, what are the Chiefs? What the Chiefs showed you is that they got a dog at safety in Tyrann Mathieu, the honey badger. They got Chris Jones, who was an animal, going to get the quarterback. And after that, they got Thornhill. You can't really name too many guys on defense. I'm just saying, be honest with you. You can't. At least I can't. Some of y'all may can. I can't. But what did they do? They loaded up Mahomes with every weapon possible. Tied in, all world tied in. 3 receivers that can run you out of here. Running back. They got Le'Veon Bell, actually. Then they got the kid from LSU. They decided to load up with weapons. And what you see, truth of the matter is, look at Buffalo, y'all. Think about it. Look at Buffalo. Just look at Buffalo. They got 2 dynamic running backs. One is hurt now. They got an all-world receiver, Diggs. They got an all. Did y'all look here? Look, y'all didn't know this, but check this out. Watch this. Did y'all know that Cole Beasley was voted an all-pro this year? Did y'all hear that? Cole Beasley, not the first team. All-pro, Cole Beasley. Look at the weapons that Josh Allen has. Look, just keep looking. Kind of copying. Now Buffalo got a defense. I'm saying, but you see them. What have the Saints done all these years? I know the defense is raw. I know the defense is great this year. They raw this year. Yes, they are. The Saints are. But what are the Saints known for? Giving Drew Brees all these weapons and scoring a lot of points. I thought the Cowboys did the same thing. That's why they drafted Lamb. It was just too enticing. Let's make this offense so strong that even if our defense give up 20, we score on 35. That's what they got with Lamb. And I'm saying, hey, depending on who they're at 10, why not load it up some more? Dak need all the weapons he can get. He ain't Aaron Rodgers. Look at Green Bay. I mean, come on now. I'm just saying that's me. I will take defense in a minute, but if I got Pitt sitting there and I got, if Devontae Smith out, exactly, Kevin, we still lose game because we got no defense. I agree. Kevin's job with me, and I'm that way with him. Because I'm talking like optimistic Cowboy fan. And Kevin bring me on back in where I need to be. He reeled me on back in. Because he just killed my vibe right there. He killed it. We scoring 35, but we giving up 36. So yeah, we need some defense. we need some defense, y'all. We do. We need defense. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking on Madden 21 terms. Y'all forgive me. I'm thinking about scoring with a pinball machine. Madden 21 offense. Score 40, and I'm just gonna bend but don't break defense. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna score 40, and then I'm just gonna bend and not break. You're right, Kevin. I'm sorry. Thank you for reeling me back in. Give me some defense, man. Give me some defense. Just look. Forget Pitts. Forget Waddle. Forget Smith. Forget all these guys. Forget Chase. All right, forget them. Give me some defense. Okay, you're right, Kevin. Talib, yeah. Y'all with me? I'm sorry. I lost my mind for a minute, man. I lost my mind. I started thinking about Madden. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin. Kevin is my. He is now voted the Big Time Show podcast conscience. Kevin is gonna be on this show, and Kevin is gonna get me straight. Whenever I go out of bounds, Kevin will put me back in bounds. You understand? Kevin will get me there. Chris is absolutely right. Defense and coach can look. I let Chris. Thank you so much. Chris' job is also to help me out. Chris, here's my thing to say. What you just said, defensive coaching. Can we get Kellen Moore to take a red zone offense tutoring class? If y'all been hanging with me before, you know what I said. From our 20 to the opponent's 20, Kellen Moore can dial up plays. It's inside the 20-yard line where he is really struggling. Can he take a red zone remedial? Y'all know when you go to college, when you're in upper part, you got to take them entry-level classes. That's what I'm talking about right there. Can Kellen Moore take some entry-level remedial Sesame Street electric company red zone tutoring classes? That how to run a red zone offense. How can exactly, Kevin? That's a good one. No alternative can teach them something. You run here, you pass here. You don't get a shotgun from the 1-yard line on and go first and goal, and you're in shotgun. You just don't do that. You don't throw bubble screens. You run the football up the middle. That's what you do. Okay? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Can we get that? Can we get that? I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. Again, for those that have come late or whatever, the question about Dan Quinn, I'm neutral. I'm wait and see. Chris said, can we get Kellen Moore to hit the door? We begged for that. They signed him to a contract. Talib said, if Devontae Smith falls to 10, Jerry is taking him. It's going to be, that's enticing. Let me stop for Kevin Carr pulled me back in. It's enticing, though. It's enticing. I can't lie. If Smith is there, after what y'all done seen this year, It's enticing. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody on Podbean that have joined in. Y'all got to help me remember next time. Y'all have to help me. I don't think Smith gonna fall in. Y'all have to help me remember to share my stuff with all these Cowboy groups I'm in. I think I done missed out on a bigger audience tonight because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But y'all help me, okay? And you can also help me by sharing this. And I appreciate those that have shared. Thank you so much. Listen, if you want to become a patron of the show, if you want to contribute to the show in any type of way, I just put it up for you. There is my Cash App, which is $ the Big Time Show. I hope that some of you will consider becoming a patron of the show. There, if you're on Podbean, I am going to type it in right now to you. Some of y'all already know it, but you never know who is watching and listening. And I'm typing that in now to you. If you're on Podbean, you know that you have that option there to that red bag that say become a patron. Follow those instructions there. I don't ask for much. I'll ask for $5 a month. If you don't want to do that, if you want to do $2 a month, so be it. And if you don't want to do anything, just keep listening and all that. Listen, also, you guys, follow me. If you don't want to watch me live, my podcast is just about everywhere now. I'm on, of course, Podbean now, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Twitter, which is Periscope, also LinkedIn and Tumblr. All you have to do is find me there. I'm there, and all my content is there also. Just follow the show. I'm trying to get it to grow. I'm having fun. This is fun stuff for me. It was a hobby, but now it's slowly but surely trying to turn into something else. And I'm just going to ride the wave, y'all. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm just going to ride the wave. I ain't got no problem with it. Y'all hang with me. Tell somebody about the show. Follow these other guys who are on here. Jerome, again, Let's Talk Football. He's on here. Y'all see that. Just follow him. You see his name there. Send him a friend request. You can see his show. Boss Cowboy Sports is Boss is not here with us tonight, but great show. We've all followed him. Follow him. And somebody else I'm missing. On Podbean, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly Truth. Go and follow him if you're on Podbean. A great, great show. But most of all, I'm pumping everybody else up. But please understand. Y'all know who I am, right? Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. I am. Oh my goodness. Woo! I am. While y'all find everybody else, please don't pass me by. I am the one and only. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am. Big time. I'll see y'all Saturday at 3 o'clock. Saturday at 3 o'clock. I'm coming back. We'll talk some more. More Cowboy talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I'm going to figure it out. But I'm going to be here. Y'all make sure y'all with me. It is the Big Time Show. Woo! I got to get some breath so I can hold this show bell. Show! I have the other side. Woo! Appreciate y'all. We'll see you Saturday, 3 o'clock. This Saturday. I can't wait, y'all. Can you?